What is up, YouTube? Welcome back. So, test day today. We're gonna start here with the bends, and I think then I'm gonna go upstairs and I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna do flies. And I'm saying I think I'm gonna do flies because we usually do some sort of presses for upper chest and then we do flies. But I feel let's do two fly exercises. So one for the top pec and then one for the middle pec. That should be good enough. It's one of these days I don't feel 100% myself, but it is what it is. We're still in the gym. We're obviously still gonna hit chest very hard. I have 100 kilos on. And we're going to do, I think the idea is 4 sets. And the fourth one is going to be a drop set as per usual. Just make it like really, get the pain. Or I don't know, I might do 2 drop sets. So do 3 sets with 100 and then do a drop set and then do another drop set and just do them back to back, the drop sets. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. So let's start moving. First set, 100. Rep it until I can't rep it anymore, until it doesn't feel safe or it doesn't feel comfortable for my shoulders and stuff. But yeah, we will go from there. Oh, that was 10. I kind of lost balance mid-set, which is not ideal. It's just this bench is very small, so my back doesn't, it needs to be, the position of my back needs to be so precise so I don't slip to the right or the left, and obviously I have to be very, very aware of balance at all times. But it is what it is. We're going to do 2 more with the same weight and then start our drop sets and see what's that going to look like. Hopefully this one feels a bit better, or better than the first one, because the first one, as I said again, losing balance mid-set is really not ideal. But it is what it is. I'm going to try to make sure that now I'm positioned properly for it. But still. Oh. Right, so we had to strip down to our t-shirt. Maybe that will help. And before you attack me, this does help quite a bit sometimes, because if you have a layer of clothing that thick, sometimes it hurts balance. Hopefully this will be a little bit better, because the last one was the same as the first one, really, so no improvement. So let's see how that looks. So third set, obviously after that, we're going to do the drop sets. I think I'm just going to take the 5s. So 20 kilos off, we're going to go down to 80, and then we're going to go down to 60, the 2 drop sets. And that's what they're going to look like. But let's do the third set first and then talk about drop sets. Whoosh. Whoosh. Oh, I wish I had a spotter. That would have made it very interesting. Because it kind of like I felt I had 2 more in me, but at the same time, yeah, not really. Or at least safety, so I can just drop the weight, but oh well. That's good enough. Alright, I'm just going to take some weight off and then start the drop sets. Alright, so we're going to start the drop set. That will be the first of the 2. We're down to 80. Rep that one out. And then do the second one down. We're going to go down to 60 and then do the second one. But let's start here first.
Oh, well, I couldn't look that one up. One more thing, fuck the safeties would low. Right. Alright, we're gonna go down to 60 and do the last one. Alright, and the last set down here. We're obviously down to 60 kilos. Wrap that one out. So usually, the reason I did 80 and then 60 is because usually we go from 100 all the way down to 60. And then we do like 25 reps. So I want to I hope I do a few less. But we'll see. If I can still do more than 20, then I think this drop set is going to become 70 kilos, not 60. Because this 60 is a bit low, to be honest. Oh, all right. Oof. 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 All right, that's. That wasn't 20. I was still like 17 clean reps, and then the last one was obviously a bit. I was a bit worried there because I was like, couldn't get it up without the pause at the bottom. Oh, well, that's good enough. We're done here. We're gonna move upstairs and do some flies. Alright, so we're gonna start with upper chest flies. I've said this before, but this is a very effective exercise for upper chest. The reason is, upper chest is actually, let me think about this. Upper chest might actually be the hardest muscle group, it's not really a muscle group, but the hardest muscle part to grow. And I think there's a couple of reasons for it. One is people have bastardized exercises that are meant for upper chest, and they're focusing more on weight, but they're focusing on frequency and volume. So, for example, the incline dumbbell presses or incline presses, even with a straight bar, people are just putting way too much weight. They don't go all the way down. They bounce the bar off their chest. That's not going to grow your chest. Not as efficiently, right? Of course, it's going to grow your chest somewhat, just not a lot. So one is exercises have been bastardized so people can move more weight and so off, but actually, do the hypertrophy part of the exercise. And the other thing is you don't really, if you think about it, you don't really use upper chest from a day-to-day perspective. So when when you're sitting down and you kind of like do this, put yourself up, it's like you're using lower chest. You're using your mid chest quite a lot when you do stuff. You're using it quite a lot, right? But the upper one, the upper part of the chest, my God, you barely ever use it. So this exercise is actually very good because it isolates to the extent that an exercise such as this can isolate the upper chest. And it's pretty good at what it does, obviously the isolation part. And then it allows you to focus on the upper chest freely. And this is why I personally enjoy it quite a bit. And I felt the difference when I do it. And it's the other thing as well, it's like kind of like a fly exercise, which means you can really extend and stretch those muscles, those fibers at the top. But whereas even with dumbbells, it's like at some point the dumbbell kind of like becomes a limiting factor because it touches your body. Or I guess your body becomes a limiting factor because it's in the way, right? In the way of the dumbbell, and the dumbbell can't go all the way down, and you can't stretch this all the way, especially if you have heavy dumbbells. But with this, you could go as far back as you can get. So it's effective and it's very good. And I'm going to show you what it looks like. Obviously, this is on an incline. I'm going to put it there. It's on a 62.5 inches because we have, inches. What am I saying? My mind is somewhere else. 62.5 degrees on an incline. And then, this is on an incline, so it can help me go even further back and stress the muscles. And I'm going to show you what they look like now. So make sure you don't use biceps, don't curl. I think you should be, your elbows should be really on a fixed position and then extend the chest there. So really stretch it and then come up. Control the eccentric. And then repeat. Oh, the first one actually slipped a bit. That was a bit hard. Well, that's all right. Just gonna put that further back. So the reason I'm putting it further back is because I'm trying to find the best position for my hands. Because these, you should actually be using the other cable sort of setup, which the two cables are like closer together. So you can go from there and just do this. This would really target your upper chest, but we don't actually have it here, so I can't. There's no way for me to use it. So this will do for now. Hopefully this makes sense what I was talking about with the whole thing. It's like you come from under, come up, moment your arms are kind of like on the eye level. You can bring it back down, obviously control the eccentric. That's pretty much it. It's a pretty good exercise. So I think we're gonna do 2 more sets and then a drop set. And then we're just gonna do some flies. Flies are actually pretty similar to this one. But obviously the bench is gonna be on a 90-degree angle. And then my arms, instead of starting from down there and coming up, they're gonna start from there and then bring them here and then all the way back. All right, so 2 more and then a drop set. Oh, okay. 1 more and then a drop set. God. Oh, the grind on the last few reps, eh? That was real. Okay, we're gonna do drop set. I'm only gonna take a plate off. So we're at 6 plates, we're gonna go down to 5 plates. Don't ask me what the weight is. I have no idea. It doesn't say. It just says 1 plate, 2 plates, 3 plates, 4 plates. So, you know, it is what it is. I'm guessing they are around 5 kilo a plate. Well, we'll go down there. We're going to 18 plates. You multiply that by 5. That's, yeah, 90 kilo. I mean, 90 kilo. Not too bad. Not too bad. Well, actually, wait, there's another one on top, so 95. Yeah, still not a lot of weight. I mean, well, I say not a lot of weight. Kind of depends what you want to do, to be honest. It's enough for me, but what I'm trying to say is, I've seen heavier. That's all I'm trying to say. Because obviously they have the cables here have the same weight as the cables for the back for like bros have. So 95 kilos for a row. 95 kilos on a lateral pull down. Yeah, you know, you could use a bit more for sure. Some people at least could use a bit more for sure. But it is what it is. Look, I'm going to take a plate off. We're going to go down to 6. We're going to rip that one out. And then do the mid-test flies, and then we're done. Let's get our drop set out of the way. Pretty sure it's going to feel a little bit better, to be honest, because it's lighter. Oh, yeah. I lost count. Oh, I have no idea how many reps that was. I really lost count towards the end. So, all right. As I said before, this goes on a 90-ish degree angle. That's not 90. 75. That's 90. That's more like it. 90-degree angle. And we're going to put the cables, we're going to put them up a bit, and then we're going to do mid-test flies. They're pretty simple, to be honest. Usually, look, if you have the machine, there's a machine that you can do flies and reverse flies, so rear delts. If you have that, use it. It's the same thing. I just don't have it here, so I have to improvise, you know? So we're going to use the cables. Right, so let's have the first of the 4 sets. Last one might be a drop set, but we'll see. Should be on a good spot. I might have to readjust that, but I don't think so. No, it's all right. Hi. That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad at all. Maybe move that a little bit backwards, but that wasn't bad at all. So, one of the things that I want to say when it comes to flies, a lot of people, myself included when I started, we were paying a lot of attention on this part of the motion, of the range of motion, the top end. That's wrong. You should be paying way more attention at the bottom end of the motion, where your muscles are actually stretched to the max. Now, the reason I'm saying that is because you could probably see from the video, when I was doing reps, I wasn't really locking my hands, so I could squeeze my chest there, especially towards the end of the set. And what I'm trying to say is it's not really necessary. Like, if you can get there and do, instead of, look, if you can get all the way and do 6 reps, versus get here to this point, so leave this much in between your arms, and do 10 reps, I would rather see you do 10 reps provided that at the bottom end of the rep, right, you should really stretch your pecs as much as possible to really feel the fibers pulling apart. Maybe you do a little pause, and then you come up and you stop there instead of going all the way, if this makes sense. I would much rather see that. It's much more hypertrophic. You don't have to lock. You don't have to lock. It's, yeah, I don't know why people are so obsessed with locking. Maybe because they can feel their muscles, but I'm pretty sure you can feel your muscles at the bottom and quite a lot too. Trust me, especially in this exercise. But yeah, I mean, you don't have to lock. With that being said, we can do 2 more and then probably a drop set, or 3 more. It depends, because this one actually feels kind of nice. So we'll go from there. Alright, so I'm going to change the angle because I actually want you to see how deep that stretch is at the bottom end. So hopefully from there you can actually see that my back is actually arched. So I'm arching so I can expose my chest. And then on the way back, I'm trying to kind of like expose my chest. And it's like I'm reaching forward with my chest. Hopefully this will make more sense once you see it, and hopefully the angle is good, otherwise I'm going to have to do it again some other time. So let's do the second one. Yeah, hopefully this made way more sense. So I probably can't replicate it without weight, because obviously I don't have anything to pull me back. But on the way back, you're reaching up with your chest, right? So when you're here, it's fine, because obviously your shoulders, they retract. So on the way down, though, you reach forward. You capitalize on that, especially at the bottom end. And if you can pause there, like I did, oh, this exercise is going to grow your chest like you cannot believe. Possibly even more than bench pressing. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Possibly more if you're doing it properly. So one more set and then we'll decide if I'm gonna do a drop set or not. Right. Also the third one. I don't know, after that I do smell drop set, but we'll see. Three. This. Oh, yeah, we'll do a drop set. Just like before, I'm just gonna take a plate off, go back down to 5 or 6 or whatever, and then do it. Right, so I'm not gonna rest for long because obviously this is a drop set. So minute and a half of rest is all I need. So we're gonna do the last set, obviously the drop set. I don't like leaving a lot of time between the last proper set and the drop set. I like to do the drop set relatively quickly so I can get, all that stimulus that is left in the muscle. But yeah, that's sort of my reasoning and explanation as to why I don't really rest between the last working set and the drop set. Hopefully it makes sense. Anybody else do the same, or am I just weird? Ooh. Ooh.
Mm, mm, mm.
Oh, that's it. Oh, that is absolutely it. My chest is on fire, which is the good news. Bad news, I'm hungry, so I'm just gonna go and eat. I'll see you tomorrow with some back. Peace.